friends, today we're going to be comparing different types of Legión watercolor paper, and specifically this new Yupo paper that I found the other day while looking for watercolor paper. So I'll be comparing the Yupo medium, the aqua cold press, which is the more texture, and then the hot press, which is smoother. This is high quality watercolor paper, and for this exercise I'm going to be using Holbein watercolor half pans. This is the 36 palette with some others that I added. So this side, you can see I use a lot of green, so I added 3 of those there. So let's start by, this is pretty new to me, this paper. So I will be trying or attempting a wet on wet technique and just see how that goes. For this exercise I'm going to be using a red, which is my favorite color. So let's use this red right here. I'm going to, let's do first a wet on wet technique and see what happens. I'm really curious about this. So as you can see, the water does not get absorbed, which is what I read about this paper. You can see the drops right there. It's like a waterproof surface. So let's add some color there in that area and just see what happens. Let's see. There's no explosion, nothing is happening. So I'm just gonna go like this. And this is, I'm not sure what's happening here. But this is not, I'm not going to be able to accomplish anything in that area. All right, now let's try just using the paint without getting the paper wet. This is definitely a very interesting thing. Did I get the, oh, they're all the same. So how are you supposed to work here? I have no idea. Let's add a different color to the red and see what happens. How about this green right here? Let's see what happens when I mix 2 colors. Well, they mix as if it was a palette. I am not sure how you are supposed to use this paper. Let's keep on. Let's keep trying other things. Let's see. How about, nope. No. Let's see what it says. Synthetic tree-free paper is everlasting and non-absorbent, that we can tell. It resists buckling with wet media and can be wiped clean. That is obvious to me because it's not absorbing. Pigments will retain true clarity and brightness. A new way for techniques to flourish. This is Yupo medium. Well, friends, I have absolutely no idea how to make this work. I'm going to try a different sheet. Maybe that was the first sheet and it wasn't meant to use with paint. Let's try that. It was. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Okay. We are talking now. It is super bright, but as you can see, it's like it's resting on top of the paper. Let's try to add. Let's add some. See what happens here. How they mix. Well, and there you have it. That was interesting. That was very interesting. I don't know why that happened on the first sheet because this is the cover sheet. Well, now you know. Let's try the first technique again. Let's try to do some wetness here and see if the paint is going to do any type of explosion on the paper. There we go. Well, look at that. It's like the paper is creating a piece of art without you, on its own. Let's drop some additional colors there. Using this one. Let's see what happens there. The good question will be how it's going to dry on it. So you see this part here is already dried. And this part that you still see shiny is completely wet. So it's going to take a while. Now let's try to do the same thing on the cold press. So on this one, let's try on this little corner here. I'm going to do some wet on wet technique. There you have a beautiful explosion of colors. I love this paper. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Now let's try the same thing on the hot press, which is the smooth surface. Same exercise. A little bit of wet on wet here in the corner. And let's see that red explode. So this is what high quality paper and high quality paint looks like. Let's do the same little flower here. So this is the hot press, smooth. And this right here is the cold press with a little bit of a rough surface. And this is Yupo. As you can see, the paint is still moving around and doing its own thing. So, do I have a favorite between these two? It depends on what I'm painting, I guess. But this is new to me. The Yupo is something that I will need to use more and see if it becomes a favorite for me. Right now, it's not. It probably requires more knowledge than what I have when it comes to painting, or how to work the paint. I will try to find some videos on it. I just want to try the rose again here. One thing though, it is very smooth to work. It feels good to paint on it. It does. So here you can see the top part is basically dry. The bottom is not. I want to see. It claims that it can be wiped clean. Say you make a mistake, you can wipe it. Let's try that. Let's try wiping this off. Maybe it has to be when the paint is still completely wet. I'm not sure. Let's see. So I would say yes. Like if you're practicing something, this gives you the option to remove and then use the surface again. But obviously it's not completely white. There's still some marks of the previous paint there. Then this is already drying on the tips, and this is still wet, trying to absorb a bit. Can I do some techniques there? Maybe. It's a very interesting paper, but this looks pretty good. It's not going to dry as shiny as it is right now. It's going to dry matte. And once it's dry, apparently it becomes permanent or semi-permanent. I'm not sure. We shall see on that. But all in all, a good experience. Will I be buying a lot of these? Probably not. I will stick to the cold press and the hot press. That was my camera. I just fell. So let's try to put it back. So I will stick to this, to the hot press and the cold press. But there you have it. Yupo medium by Legion watercolor paper. Thanks for watching.